Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you for clicking in. Today I'm bringing you math, and it's about solving a quadratic equation. And our quadratic equation here is x squared minus 20x plus 96 is equals to 0. So this is basically a quadratic equation. So before we begin, let's note this. A quadratic equation is always written in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0, where a is the coefficient of x squared, b here is the coefficient of x, and c here is our constant. So for our case, 1 here is the coefficient of x squared, 1 here. So we have a certain a here that is 1. It's the coefficient of x squared. Negative 20 here, it's our b, and x here is our x. 96 here is our c, it's constant. We have 96 is equals to 0. So let us begin, and I want us to use factorization method to solve this quadratic equation. You can either solve it using complete square method, you can also use the quadratic formula, or you can use the factorization method. And for today, let's go with the factorization method. Okay, so let me rewrite our equation. So I'll begin by sum and product. Our sum here is b, which is negative 20. This middle term here, it's always our b, and it's always constant. A, b, and c are constant, and our b here is negative 20. Our product, I'm taking the coefficient of x squared and c. I'm multiplying the coefficient of x squared and c, right? So 1 times 96, this gives us 96. Hope you have understood. Okay, so we are going to look for two numbers. When we multiply them, the two numbers, when we multiply both, we are getting 96. When we add the two numbers, we are getting negative 20. And our two numbers are negative 8 and negative 12. So if you take negative 12 plus negative 8 and add them up, you will get negative 20. And if you multiply them both, 96, right? So we want to take these numbers, these two numbers here, and substitute in our quadratic equation, as I'm doing. X squared minus 8x minus 12x plus our c here, 96 is equals to 0. Okay, our next step, we are going to divide them into two terms. So I'll divide this side and this side and factor out the common factor. So for this term, our common factor here is x. So I'll factor out x, whereby it will be x into x minus 8. So if you multiply this, you're getting this. This is just the same, but I factored out x. And for this case, I'm going to factor out 12. So x minus a negative times a negative gives us a positive. So I'm writing here minus 12 into 96, it's 8, is equals to 0. Have you seen that? X minus 8, it's the same, it's common. We have x minus 8 this side and this side. So we are going to pick 1 because they are the same. X minus 8 into bracket and pick what is left outside the bracket. X minus 12 is equals to 0, right? So I'm going to equate this term here with the 0. X minus 8 is equals to 0. This means that x is equals to 8. Our first value of x. Our second value, also equate this term with the 0. X minus 12 is equals to 0. So x is 12. So our quadratic equation has two answers. X is equals to 8, or x is equals to 12. And this is the solution. This is the answer to our quadratic equation. So if you like this video, or if this video has a great significance to your studies, kindly like, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye bye.